Why does Alberta want to break away from Canada? The province is letting its citizens decide in October whether they want to stay in Canada or start the process of holding a binding vote to separate. The question comes after a grassroots movement gathered 300,000 signatures for a petition asking the province to hold a referendum on separation. The petition was blocked by the courts after Indigenous First Nations argued that they were not properly consulted. Alberta Premier Danielle Smith said she disagreed with that decision and that she would put the question on the ballot anyways, saying she wants to hear what Albertans think. The separatists believe that Alberta has long been overlooked by decision makers in Ottawa. Some are particularly frustrated by environmental policies enacted in the last decade by the Liberal government that they say has hindered resource development in the oil-rich province. They also believe that Alberta contributes far more to the country than it receives, and that Ottawa has a disproportionate say in its internal matters. But they're not uniform on what they want. Some want outright separation, while others want to use the threat of independence as a bargaining chip with Ottawa. A few think Alberta would be better off as a U.S. state. Some in the separatist group have traveled to Washington to meet with Trump officials to discuss support for a newly independent Alberta through a line of credit. But they say their priority is for Alberta to become an independent country first. The likelihood of Alberta separating, however, remains low. About 75% of people in the province say they would vote against separation, and many, including Premier Danielle Smith, have already started campaigning to remain.